I run a small cafe on the corner of Maple and 3rd. It's not fancy, just a few wooden tables, warm lighting, and the kind of place where regulars feel like family. That's why I noticed him the first day he walked in. He was older, maybe in late 70s. His coat was worn at the sleeves, his shoes scuffed. He walked slowly but with dignity. He ordered the cheapest thing on the menu, a small black coffee. Then he sat at the table near the window for 2 hours. He didn't scroll on a phone, didn't read a book. He just sat there, watching people pass by outside. The second day, he came again. Same coffee, same table, same 2 hours. By the end of the week, some customers began whispering, "He's taking up space. If he's only buying coffee, he shouldn't sit that long. Is he homeless?" But something about him didn't feel intrusive. He always said, "Thank you." Always cleaned his table before leaving. Always left a few coins as a tip, even when I could tell that coffee was probably stretching his budget. So I let him stay. One afternoon, when I brought his coffee, I added an extra slice of bread. He looked up at me. I didn't order this." "It's on the house." He hesitated, then nodded. "Thank you." The next week, I added a small bowl of soup, then sometimes dessert. He never asked for anything more than that coffee. He never complained. He just sat quietly, like the cafe was the only place he felt safe. Over time, I learned his name was Walter. His wife had passed away 2 years earlier. "I don't like the house when it's quiet. And here, there's life." That sentence stayed with me. He wasn't coming for food. He was coming for noise, for warmth, for the feeling of not being alone. Then one day, he didn't show up. I told myself maybe he was sick. The next day, still nothing. A week passed, then 2. I caught myself glancing at the door every afternoon at exactly 2 p.m., the time he always walked in. A month later, a woman entered the cafe. She looked around like she was searching for something. Excuse me, are you the owner?" I nodded. "My father used to come here. Walter?" He hasn't been in for a while." "Yes, sir. He passed away last month." The words hit harder than I expected. "I'm sorry." Walter, my father, he always talked about this place. He called it his second living room." Then she pulled out an envelope from her bag. "He left this for you." My hands trembled slightly as I opened it. Inside was a handwritten letter. It read, "To the kind cafe owner, you may not realize this, but you gave me more than coffee. After my wife died, the days became very long. I didn't want to burden my daughter. I didn't want her to see how lonely I was. Your cafe gave me something to wake up for. The extra bread, the soup, I knew it wasn't random. You saw me. At my age, that matters more than anything. Thank you. Thank you for letting an old man take up space. Walter." There was also a small check. Not a huge amount, but more than he had ever spent in my cafe. For the kindness fund, his daughter said softly. He wanted you to use it to help someone else who might need a place to sit. After she left, I walked to the window table. His table. The chair was empty. The next day, I put up a small sign near that window. If you need a warm place to sit, you are welcome here. No minimum purchase required. Since then, few people have taken that seat. A college student studying between jobs, a widow who brings knitting, a man who just needed some quiet space. And every time I bring them coffee, sometimes with a little extra bread, I think of Walter. He came in every day and ordered the cheapest thing on the menu. Some people thought he was taking up space, but he taught me something simple and powerful. Sometimes the most valuable thing you can give someone isn't food. It's the permission to not feel alone. And sometimes the quietest customers leave the loudest impact. Thank you.